I played against that midfield three once actually, Toni Kroos, Casemiro and Modric.
In football, every now and then you hear about a player whose journey stands out from the rest. Yunus Musah is one of those players. Born in New York, raised in London, and now making waves across Europe, Musah's story is anything but ordinary.
At 16, I felt like I had the ability to be able to start getting around the first team.
He first made a name for himself in the Arsenal academy, where it looked like a bright future in England awaited. But Yunus had bigger plans. He took the bold step and moved into Spain to play for Valencia, where he broke into the first team as a teenager in one of the toughest leagues in the world.
And then we go for the meeting to tell the teams, starting team and everything, and I'm on the starting team, you know. And
if that wasn't enough of a twist, Yunus made headlines again, this time off the pitch. Despite representing England at youth level, he made the surprising decision to play for the USA, a move that's turned him into one of the rising stars of the USMNT national team.
The USA manager called and I was only 17, so to get an opportunity to play for the men's team at 17 was so huge.
And in 2023, Musah signed for Italian giants AC Milan in a deal worth €18 million. From the streets of London to European football and international soccer in the US, this is not your everyday football career. This is Yunus Musah.
Played against Messi twice. You know, you don't want to get dribbled by him. You never know when he's going to switch it on. So yeah, I'm glad it never happened. I'm Yunus Musah. I'm a professional footballer for AC Milan and the US men's national team, and I'm here to do perspectives with rising ballers.
Can you tell us about your childhood and where you're from?
Yeah, so my childhood was obviously being born in New York in the Bronx, moving to Italy with my family, and then yeah, spending my childhood there till I was 9, playing for a local team, playing in the parks, and then moved to England in 2012 when I was 9. Yeah, went to school, met a friend, introduced me to a local team, and then I got scouted for Chelsea. I went there for 3 days, and then Arsenal, and then I signed straight away for Arsenal, and then things started from there, you know, for Arsenal.
And you were 9 when you signed?
Oh, yes, yeah.
So how long was the period between arriving in London and then signing for the club? How long were you without a club in London?
Yeah, so I came in London in January, and then in Easter I signed for Arsenal. Yeah, it was very nice. Like, you know, there was a lot of good players in the local team that I went to play for. But yeah, you know, I got the chance to play for Arsenal that early, and you know, so grateful for it.
Amazing, man. Well, like, when you were a kid, like, was there a moment, or did you realise that you were like talented at football?
Yeah, I feel like as a kid, actually, you know, I was fast, and I played a lot with my older brothers when I was younger, so that really helped me develop early, you know. So yeah, I was alright. So yeah, I used to dribble a lot and I used my pace, you know. So yeah, at that age, I think I was doing well.
Who was better, you or Abdul?
Definitely him.
Jokes. Wicked, man. So at that sort of age, growing up, who were your footballing idols? Who did you look up to?
Yeah, at that age, I didn't really watch football much. I mostly played it. When I started, like, I think maybe 10, 11 or something, I started watching a lot of Match of the Day. And then during Match of the Day, that time, I was playing midfield, and I loved seeing Yaya Toure play. He had the great seasons at City. And then when Mesut Ozil signed as well, I loved him as well.
Nice. Did you try take parts of their game, put it into yours?
Yeah, for sure. Like the driving that Yaya Toure was doing, it was amazing. I loved how powerful he was doing it and just dominating in midfield. I was trying to implement that as well. And I watched a lot of Mesut Ozil stuff, and I like to implement like his back heels and things like that, you know. Yeah.
What area of London did you move to when you came over from Italy?
East London, Barking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. How was that transition for you coming from Italy to London? That's a bit of a culture shock, right?
Sure, for sure. At the beginning, it was tough because in Italy, I lived in a neighborhood where we had a park right downstairs. We played there all the time with the neighbors and everything. And then when I came to London, obviously, in East London at that time, it wasn't so safe, so I couldn't really play outside much because it wasn't safe and stuff. So yeah, that was, as a kid, I just wanted to play football, and that was tough for me. But then, yeah, luckily, not long after, I managed to start with the local team and start at Arsenal, and it was fine.
What are your early memories of playing for Arsenal? Like, did it feel like did you know it was a big deal at the time?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like when you play for a team like that, when you go to school, everyone really, is like stunned by it, So that makes you realize it's a big deal. And then also, when you're playing other teams, you're much better than other teams as well. Like at that age, it's the top teams are like the Chelseas and Cities and Arsenals. And then, so yeah, like you realize how big it is for sure.
What are your sort of early memories of playing in those teams? Who was in your age group?
From my age group, I was playing with people like Miguel Aziz. In the older age groups, there was Bukayo Saka, and yeah, and then obviously my year group, like playing with other teams, we had you had like Jamal Musiala and Cole Palmer, and there's a few names, yeah.
Mm. And yeah, what memories do you have from the early days at Arsenal?
Just really fun, really fun playing there. I was captain for a few years as well. That was really nice role, like being a leader from young. That was really good. Playing in lots of Premier League tournaments as well. That was really fun. Versing some top teams in the Premier League tournaments. We also played like futsal tournaments as well, which were really fun. So no, I really enjoyed my time at Arsenal for sure.
How much of an impact do you think Arsenal had on you as a person, but also as a player?
Massive impact. I spent a lot of years there. I met a lot of friends there. I made a lot of friends there. A lot of coaches that I'm still in contact with because they were so influential in my development. And yeah, Arsenal really taught me a lot. They were ahead of the time, I think. We done a lot of like individual sessions, not just team sessions, one-to-ones. A lot of days I was out there practicing by myself as well. We were allowed to just train and like work hard when we wanted. There was a lot of also video analysis of like, we're looking at your game and looking at the details of your game, and just from really top coaches that helped me improve over those years.
Do you have any like specific memories that stand out to you from that time?
The core memories were just having like being able to score a lot of goals, and then also like the training sessions that I really remember were like when me and my friend would come early and just train on different aspects of the game. That's a really core memory, just like being there, me and him training before the session started. And
Which friend was that?
yeah, it's Miguel Aziz. Yeah, I was with him a lot. Just pushing each other with the same position as well. So it was nice. And yeah, scoring goals in the academy time was really fun as well, for sure.
Nice. I wanted to ask you about your time with the England youth teams. There's like a famous picture of your under-15 team, like the team sheet, and obviously you're captain of that team. I think that team was, obviously you mentioned them earlier, but Cole Palmer, Jamal Musiala, yourself, Jude Bellingham. Yeah, what are your memories of that team? You're surrounded by fantastic players. What was it like?
Yeah, it was great again. As soon as you went into camp, like you had to raise the level even more because yeah, the level of the players were even better as well. A really good level of players. So the best players in the country. So yeah, the training sessions were already like. The first day it would be like a shock, and then after that you get used to it, and yeah, great vibes as well. It was nice to be in camp with friends and play with players of such quality, and it's really nice to see that so many of them are doing well now.
Was it competitive between you guys?
Yeah, for sure, very competitive. There was so many good players, and but it was healthy competitiveness. We liked each other, and on the pitch we worked hard.
There's a lot of like very talented players in that group. Like, did you know, even though you were only like 14, 15, did you guys have like a feeling that there was something special about your group?
Not at that age, but as we went on to under 16s, yeah, I feel like probably under 16s, 17s, we felt like because we played a lot of good teams and managed to do well against them, we felt really good and got more confidence and felt like we could do big things. So yeah, definitely felt like we were a good age group.
Nice. Similar question to what I asked you about Arsenal, but when you were doing like England youth teams and stuff, is there any specific memories, any games that stick out for you? Anything crazy that happened in that period?
No, not really. It's just like a general memory, of just being able to participate in so many camps and so many games and spend time with them and travel with them and just enjoy each other's company. And then in the games as well, having fun because we were winning, we were playing well together. It was really nice, obviously, being captain of the team a lot of the times as well. That's a big thing for me.
At 16 years old, you made the brave decision to leave Arsenal and sign for Valencia. Can you talk us through why you made that decision and what your reflections are on that?
Yeah, at 16, I felt like I had the ability to be able to start getting around the first team. And at Arsenal, it wasn't going to be possible. I don't think it would have been possible to do it at 16, So, we spoke to some clubs, and Valencia were really keen to get me there and get me implemented in the first team and integrated in there. And at that age, I felt like I could make the step. So it wasn't guaranteed, of course. I still had to go there and do well. Also, they had to give me the opportunity. It was a mixture of the two.
So the main reason you went was for first team football, really?
Yeah, for sure. That was my goal. I wanted to become a professional footballer, and I felt like at the time I had the ability to start getting in there. Of course, and then yeah, I think maybe a few years earlier saw that Jaden Sancho made a move from City to Dortmund, so that definitely opened doors, I think, for many players to be brave and do that.
Yeah, I think that I always look back on that move, and it really like changed things for young footballers in England. I think Jaden kind of like set the tone, right?
Yeah, exactly. Seeing that made you think, it's not just in England where you can be successful and try and become a footballer, but also outside as well.
Did Arsenal try and persuade you to stay?
Yeah, for sure. Arsenal, Arsenal were always good with me, and yeah, they persuaded me to stay, but I already made my mind up, and I felt like at the time it was the right choice to make because I felt like at Valencia I had more of a chance to do that. Yeah.
Can you talk to us about your time at Valencia? Can you take us on the journey that you experienced there? Like, take us from the very beginning. So you've left Arsenal, you've gone to La Liga, Spain. Take us right from the beginning. How was that transition?
Yeah, so at the beginning, actually, the first year I was with the B team. That was a tough year, actually. It started well and then didn't go so well. And then COVID came as well. So yeah, that was a tough year for me. Moving away from London as well. Valencia was really different and it wasn't my home yet. So it was a different culture shock and I had to learn the language. So yeah, that year was tough for me. It didn't go too well. But yeah, I kept working hard and fortunately after that season, I got an opportunity to start pre-season with the first team. So that was like, I need to take this chance, Finally, I've got a chance. Like, a whole pre-season with the first team is a lot of time to show what you got. So, yeah, it was time to show the manager what I was about and everything. And I'm glad it went well that pre-season. And then first game of the season comes and I'm in the team. And then we go for the meeting to tell the teams, the starting team and everything. And I'm on the starting team, I didn't expect it at all. I thought I was going to get like a few minutes or something. Yeah. But the manager was like, really, really believed in me. So I started that first game and we won. And that season I played like 30-something games in the league. So yeah, it was just, everything happened fast that season. So yeah.
Do you feel pressure much when you play football?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely feel pressure because I have to perform. I have to keep my position. I have to get the 3 points. There's a lot of things that give me pressure. And then, yeah, the thing that obviously relieves the pressure is like once you start the game doing well, do good things, you build confidence, and like you feel like you can do anything, you know? So, yeah, you definitely feel pressure for sure.
How different was it between Arsenal and Valencia? Did you find that transition? Like, what were the key differences?
It was a different way of training, playing. Everything was different, really. The training sessions were a lot different. Like in Valencia, we're doing a lot of possession drills and stuff like that. In Arsenal, maybe we're doing more mannequin drills and games. What else? In the games as well, the manager, wanted different things. I wasn't playing like academy football anymore as well. I was playing in the B team, which was in the third division in Spain. So we had to get results all of a sudden, and we had to play a certain way all of a sudden, and play practical. So yeah, it was a big switch because now I was playing professional football, which is what I wanted to do, you know. So that was a big difference for sure.
Like, do you have any advice for like young players making that jump from academy to first team, having gone through it?
Yeah, I feel like you should definitely, keep playing your game because that's what got you there. Definitely keep playing your game, show what you got, and then me personally, I feel like I learned a lot. Sometimes you make some mistakes that are really costly in first team football, whereas in academy football might make that mistake and you're not gonna get punished for it, you know.
Yeah.
So even if that happens, I feel like it's okay. It's a learning curve. You just started, you know. So things like that are gonna happen, but it's just about how quickly you learn from it and how quickly you develop from that, so that the manager can have faith in you.
What is your favourite memory from your time at Valencia?
My favorite memory at Valencia, say, probably scoring the goals. The goals that I scored in Valencia were my favorite memory because yeah, it's a great feeling to have. And the stadium is amazing. The fans are great. So when you score, it's like it really gets loud and yeah, just a great stadium, you know, to play in. So I enjoyed like all of the home matches there. It was so good.
Yeah, nice. Who were like some of the big name La Liga players you played against? Anyone stick out for you?
Yeah, I played against Messi twice. So yeah, definitely Messi. Played against Real Madrid a few times. So many players in that Real Madrid team. I can't mention all of them, but you know that midfield. I played against that midfield three once actually. Toni Kroos, Casemiro, and Modric. That was really like great experience, obviously.
Did you manage to touch the ball?
No, no, it's crazy. The way they move and they're so cohesive it was it was mind blowing. Couldn't touch the ball.
How playing against those players? How old were you when you were playing against players? Like 19 maybe?
Yeah, probably.
So you're a teenager playing against like legendary footballers. Like, did you have to pinch yourself at all? Was that how did that feel?
When you're in the game, you don't get to think about it much. It's just like your position, but you definitely know who they are and things like that. And as the game goes on, they might do stuff that you're like, wow, you know. Yeah, for sure.
What was it like playing against Messi?
Yeah, playing against Messi was you don't want to get dribbled by him. You never know when he's gonna switch it on. So yeah, I'm glad it never happened. So no, but it was amazing to see him on the pitch, like his aura and everything, like the things he's done in football. You know, it's just it's crazy.
Fair play, man. Did you have any are there any memorable interactions with those players? Like, did you chat to Messi at all or anyone like that?
No, not really. Just obviously shook hands at the end of the game and things like that. But yeah, just shaking hands with players like that and just saying hello it's so much, you know.
Yeah. Heroes, right? Yeah. That's amazing, man. You had some pretty crazy experiences whilst at Valencia. Yeah. I read about you trying to leave the stadium after Valencia lost to Athletic Bilbao in the Copa del Rey. Can you share that story with us? Yeah,
so it was like quarterfinals of Copa del Rey. That season wasn't going great, so that was like one of the things where us and the fans were really aiming towards. Yeah, we lost that game pretty bad actually. So at the end of the game, the fans were obviously not happy about it. So it wasn't safe for us to leave the stadium. At the time, the police advised us not to leave the stadium because there's a lot of fans outside protesting because they're not happy about it, of course. So yeah, we had to stay in the stadium for a while. And then yeah, I got my brother to get the car from the car park because I couldn't go myself. Yeah, he came out from one of the doors, I think, and then I went there, and then the fans saw me. And then they started running to the car, and then I managed to quickly get in the car and leave just in time before they got there. Yeah, it all happened safely, but yeah, that was a crazy experience to be in for sure.
And they were throwing chairs and things, right?
No, I didn't see none of that. They're definitely throwing like beers and things like that, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. Very passionate, very passionate.
Fair enough. More of a tricky topic, to be fair now. But whilst you were playing for Valencia, there was an incident when Vinny Jr. was racially abused by a small group of Valencia fans. Yeah. You bravely spoke out against that. Can you talk us through what happened and just talk to us about it?
So that day was really tough to see because yeah, it's never nice to see someone being racially abused, and I think it's happened to him before, and yeah, I'm glad that La Liga and the clubs came together to take action against that, and those fans got punished and were never allowed to come in the stadium again. But yeah, that day was really intense because the stadium didn't understand what was going on, you know, so everyone was like wondering what happened, and it got really, really loud, and you just felt so much tension as well. Even though he wasn't Vinicius, he felt so much tension in the stadium, so it must have been really tough. But yeah, it was a shame that that group of fans ruined it. I think the racism thing is very strange to me, to why it results to that. Like, you know, everyone's playing the same game. None of us want to do bad in the games as well. So yeah, the way some people select it and target one race sometimes is it's really strange to me. I don't understand it. But I'm glad that football now, I think Vinicius started something very big. He started getting people actually removed and sanctions were happening. La Liga, for example, I remember did a big campaign against it. And things are being done, you know. Before it was just like we'll post about it and all of a sudden it'll get forgotten about. But now people are actually getting sanctioned, fined, expelled from stadiums, and I feel like it's moving forward for sure.
One of the well-known situations was when Bukayo missed the penalty after the Euros final, and he obviously got abused for it and whatnot, which was terrible. Obviously, you grew up with him, you're mates with him. Did you chat to him after that? Did you reach out to him?
Yeah, I did. I messaged him, even though I'm sure he got thousands of messages. Yeah. He has a lot of support, you know, because, yeah, it's actually not a lot of people that are racist and stuff, but, unfortunately, they're really heard, and you still hear it as a person, you know, so, yeah, he has a lot of support, so I'm glad that he came back from it, started taking more penalties and scoring them, and I kept cheering for him, so I'm happy that he's doing so well now.
Obviously, he's like one of the really big success stories from Arsenal. Like growing up with him and playing with him, did you see that trajectory happening? Was he always like one of the main guys?
Yeah, I'm not surprised that he's he's one of the main guys even now. His game has only improved. You know, he used to do the same things that he was doing in academy, but now doing them even better. At a bigger stage as well. So no, it's not a surprise to me at all.
It's clear that you're not afraid to make difficult choices. You decided to commit to the US national team despite having played for the England youth teams. Can you tell us about how that happened and why you made that choice?
Yeah, as I said, I loved my time at England. It was so good. Got to participate in like most of the camps throughout the age groups. And then when I started playing first team for Valencia that same season, I was still playing under 19s with England, and then the USA manager called, and I was only 17, so to get an opportunity to play for the men's team at 17 was so huge, and I think at the time it was really hard, for me to make that step with England, and to have the first team manager of the USA call me at 17 to tell me that He really wanted me, had faith in me. All the effort he put to get me to play was really huge, and I felt so much love and so much trust and faith in me that I felt like this was the step to make, and yeah, I'm glad I made that step. I managed to participate in a lot of tournaments now, a lot of matches, and got some trophies as well. So I'm so grateful for it.
Just come back from the Copa America. Yeah. Didn't go to plan. What are your reflections on that, and how are you guys planning on bouncing back?
Yeah, so us as a group, we've had a few years now of doing really good things. I feel like we done well at the World Cup during qualifiers, did the well at the World Cup, won 3 Nations Leagues, dominating in CONCACAF, and then not every time we have to understand as well that not every game or every tournament is gonna go to plan. There's a lot of big teams in the past that have done well and then not so well, and it's important that we keep faith and keep the trust and just learn from this, because I feel like it doesn't mean that we're not a good group. It just means that we need to tweak things and improve and take it as a learning for sure for 2026.
So you spent 4 years at Valencia and then you left to join Milan in 2023. Why?
I think as a player, you always want to keep growing. So yeah, the chance came to play for one of the biggest clubs in the world. A team that a lot of legendary players have played in, and they've won so many Champions Leagues. It's self-explanatory, and yeah, I feel like it was the right time to make that move, and I wanted to challenge myself as well. There's a lot of competition in the team, and I wanted to play in Champions League as well. So a lot of things, influenced my decision, and I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it for sure.
How did you find out about it? Who told you about it? How did it all happen?
Yeah, so I feel like AC Milan contacted my agents, and then things happened from there. So contacted my agents, then my agents let me know about it, and then you speak with the club and see what the plan is for you, if you're happy with the plan or not. And then I feel like it's always nice as a player to feel like clubs and managers want you. It means you're doing something good. And yeah, after that, the clubs have to decide the fees and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's not your problem. Nice. You chose to wear the number 80 shirt at Milan when you joined Milan. Any reason for that?
Yeah. There's like, I like the number 6 for 8, 10, midfield numbers and stuff, but they're all taken. So the next number was number 80. That I remember Ronaldinho wearing it when he was there. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm taking that, and it just always reminds me of Ronaldinho, and because he wore it, it's like special,
Yeah, good choice, man. Nice. How was that transition? So we spoke about the Valencia transition from Arsenal. It's a bit different now. Like, you're already a first team player. You've gone into Milan. How was that for you?
Yeah, that was nice because I already spoke the language. I already speak Italian from my youth in Italy, so that was good already. I could communicate with the manager and the teammates. There's a lot of English guys in the changing room as well, so I could speak with everyone. And then obviously, there's a lot of competition in the team and everything, so I have to be patient at times, when you're not playing and when things are not going right. But it's important that whenever you get a chance, you really take it. And it turned out to be okay. I managed to play a lot of games in the Champions League this season and some big games in the league and the cup. And I really learnt a lot this season. And yeah, it was just exciting playing in big stadiums like Parc des Princes and the Signal Iduna Park. So yeah, the experiences I wanted to get, from coming to this club, and hopefully there's more to come.
Sick. Some pretty amazing players in that squad, right? Yeah. Who stands out to you? Who do you enjoy playing with?
No, it's really impressive to see like Theo and Rafa, on that left side. They have such a great chemistry. They played with each other for a few years now, and they just have great chemistry. Like, they understand each other very well, and they're both really good attacking wise. Like, Rafa's got unbelievable pace and trickery, and yeah, it's fun to watch.
Who's difficult to play against in training?
In training, I feel like Tijani Reinders and Ismail Benacer are very good midfielders. Very comfortable in the ball. Can't get the ball off them much, so yeah, they're difficult to play against for sure.
How would you describe yourself as a player?
No, myself, I think, yeah, I like to break lines with dribbling, and then be really intense defensively. So yeah, I feel like that helps me as well be versatile because I've played in a lot of positions as well. So yeah, I'm able to implement like different aspects of my game in different roles because I can both attack and defend. So yeah, definitely someone that can drive past players and also get stuck in defensively.
If you could improve one area of your game, what would you choose and why?
Definitely my goals. I need to get more goals. So yeah, I'm trying to improve that game. Hopefully in the coming seasons we see me scoring more goals.
You've done a season as an AC Milan player. What are your reflections on your first season? How did you find it?
Yeah, no, as I said, I really enjoyed it. I done some of the things that I really wanted to do, which was play in the Champions League and playing these big games against big players, play for a big team like AC Milan in the San Siro. So, no, very fun, very enjoyable. And yeah, this season, I'd like to, keep doing that and keep improving, always improve, and, be even more influential in the team.
Can you talk to us about a time like you've had a pretty incredible career and like a lot of opportunity at a young age, right? You played, World Cup, Copa America, Champions League, and you're only 21. Can you talk to us about a time maybe in your career that was like challenging for you? What was like a tough point in your journey?
I feel like probably this season, periods of this season, where I wasn't playing much. And getting a few minutes. That was probably a tough period of the season. And also, the Copa America and things like that. So, yeah, those are, I think, tough moments that you need to stay persistent and keep working hard and keep looking at yourself to improve and don't give up,
Who would you say is the most underrated player that you've played with and why?
Probably, I think Christian Pulisic is not in the States. He's not underrated because people know how good he is there. But I feel like in Europe he's underrated. He's done amazing things this season, especially seeing him play week in week out has been great. I'm not only saying that because I play with him, but because I think he's quite underrated actually.
Fair play. Can you talk to us about your faith and how big a role that plays in your life and your football?
Yeah, that's that's very important. It comes first, before football, and it's really important for me to believe in God and have faith in Him and practice those beliefs for sure. It's like the most important thing.
If you could go back in time and give your younger self some advice, what would you say and why?
I feel like I would I wouldn't change anything. So the same things that I was doing, just working really hard to achieve what I wanted to achieve, which was, become a professional footballer. And for that, I was like training a lot, doing extras, really being confident when I was playing. What else? I was, my parents did let me like go out much and stuff. Like they really kept me focused on football and religion and school. I was really focused on them things. I wasn't really hanging out outside much and stuff. So I feel like those things really helped me get to where I am for sure.
Nice. If you could change one thing about the football industry, what would it be and why?
One thing that would change. It would be really nice for like if people that didn't know about football didn't comment on it. That would be really nice.
Go on.
Because I feel like even though you want to ignore things and not listen to things, we're humans and we hear things anyways, and it's not nice. And you try to ignore it and shake it off because it's not really your manager or someone telling you stuff. It's just someone from outside. But still, you hear things and I think it's not nice. And I heard someone talk about this. Like we don't know their jobs. You don't get to comment on their jobs and stuff, but they see you week in week out, and they see your job, and they get to comment on your job and stuff, whether they know about it or not. So I feel like I changed that. Yeah.
Fair play, man. You've had a crazy journey in football so far. It's mad to think that you're only 21 years old. What does the future hold for Yunus Musah? What do you want to achieve on the pitch and off it?
Yeah, so I don't want to set any I don't have any long-term goals. I think like building short-term goals, improving aspects of my game, becoming like a regular player in the team, it will really help me get to where I want like in the future. So yeah, definitely like scoring more goals and being more impactful in the team and playing with confidence. These things will definitely help me elevate for sure. So my question to the Rising Ballers audience is, who do you think deserves to win the Ballon d'Or more?
Wicked, man. Thank you so much, Yunus.